Hello friends, welcome to G-Centric. So in this lecture, we will take up the problems based on the nodal analysis. So here is our first problem, and they have asked us to calculate the node voltages, find node voltages. So starting from the first step, that is procedure wise, we will start. So first step in the procedure is to identify the nodes. So this is one node and this is second node. Okay, so this is first node and this is second node, and this node is also same as this node, that is because they have got the same potential. So basically there are two nodes, V1, and this is the assigning the voltages for the nodes, second step. Okay, coming to the third step, we need to find the values of the V1 and V2 using KCL and Ohm's law. So basically applying the nodal analysis at V1 and nodal analysis at V2. Applying, so first problem is apply nodal at V1. So at V1 we will apply the nodal analysis. It is nothing but V1 upon minus 0 by 2. So this is the outgoing current. This is V1 is at the higher potential. We will consider it as higher potential. Okay. Then the current here also is flowing from higher to lower potential. That is V1 minus V2 upon 4. And there is one more branch, incoming current, which will be equal to 5 ampere. So count the branches 1, 2 and 3. So there must be 1, 2 and 3 terms in this equation. So take the LCM of this, which is nothing but 4. So this is 2V1 plus V1 minus V2 is equal to 5. Now if I take the 4 over that side, it will become 20. Okay, so this is 3V1 minus V2 equal to 20. This is our equation number 1. So next, coming to the second nodal, that is V2, we will apply nodal at V2. So how many branches it has got? 1, 2, 3 and 4 branches. So we will assume V2 is at higher potential and V1 is at lower potential. So the direction of this current changes. It will flow in this way, and this is already outgoing, and that is incoming current. Okay, so applying there, we will get V2 minus V1 upon 4 plus V2 by 6, and outgoing is 5 ampere and incoming is 10 ampere. So if it goes that side, we will get 5, and the LCM is, so 4, 6, then 2, 2, 3, 12. Okay, so the LCM is 12. 3V2 minus 3V1 plus 2V2 is equal to 5. Okay, so now this 3V2 and this is nothing but 5V2. Okay, so this is 5V2, yeah, and equal to 60. This is our equation number 2. Now using the elimination method of equation 2 and equation 1, we can solve the values for the V1 and V2. So getting that equation, 3V1 minus V2 is equal to 20. So this is from the equation 1. So this 3V1 and this 3V1 gets cancelled. This is nothing but 4V2 equal to 80, and V2 value what we will get is 20 volts. Now substitute this value V2 in any of these two equations. What we will get? 3 into V1 minus 20 equal to 20. Then V1 is equal to 40 by 3 volts. Okay, so this is the value of the V1 and V2. Okay, now this method is called as elimination method. There is one more method we can use, that is the Cramer's rule. Basically Cramer's rule is applicable for 3 or more than 3 equations, but we will do it for even this equation also. So if you get familiar with both the methods, you can apply easily. So we will see using the Cramer's rule. Okay, let me write these answers here. So this V1 is equal to 40 by 3 volts and V2 is equal to 20 volt. Okay, so I will rub these equations. Okay, the equation 2 was, it's nothing but minus 3V1 plus 5V2 equal to 60. So this was our equation 2. Yeah. So we'll write it in the form of matrix. Okay. For considering the equation 1, the coefficient is 3 and here it is -1. Okay. Then coming to the equation 2, the coefficient of V1 and V2 is -3 and here it is 5. This is V1, V2, which is equated to 20 and 60. Okay. So this is 20 and 60. Okay, so this is the formation of the matrix. So when you multiply with V1 and V2, you will get the same equations in the equation form. So this is in the matrix form. Now to find the value of V1 and V2, there is a formula. V1 is equal to del 1 upon del and V2 is equal to del 2 upon del. So this del is nothing but the determinant of this matrix. Okay. So del 1 and del 2 I will tell you when we solve that. So first we will find the value of determinant. It's nothing but 15 minus 3, which is equal to 12. Okay. So we got the denominator value, that is 12. To find the V1, okay. So to find the del 1, so this is the one. So what we have to do for the first column, just leave it and replace it with equation 20 and 60, which is equal to, that is from the right hand side. Okay. So write this as 20 and 60 and keep the second column as it is, -1 and 5. Okay. And for this find the determinant. So it's 100 plus 60, which is equal to 160. So now the value of V1 will be nothing but del 1 upon del. Okay. So this del 1 is nothing but 160 and determinant we have got 12. So it is nothing but 4s and 3s. So 40 by 3 volt. It is same as this, what we got it from the elimination method. Now to find the del 2, to find the value of del 2, okay, so this is the subscript is 2, so close the second column. Okay, write the first column as it is and replace the second column with 20 and 60. Okay, 20 and 60. Now same thing, calculate the determinant of this matrix. It is 180 plus 60, which is, you will get 240. So V2 is nothing but del 2 upon del. So it is 240 upon 12, which is equal to 20 volts. So this is the value of V2, which is same as this one, which we got it from the elimination method. So there is two methods, one is elimination. So basically for the equations of 2, whenever you have got two equations, then we will use elimination method. Okay, it is easy, we already have got the equation, so we do not need to use the Cramer's rule. In the next question, we will go to the next question and we will see what are the how this Cramer's rule works for the three equations. Okay, coming to the second equation, it is also the same question, find the node voltages. So first we will identify the nodes. This is node 1 and this is node 2. So this and this have got the same potential, here and here they have got the same potential. So these both nodes are 1 and 2. Now assign the voltages, let this be V1 and let this be V2. Okay, so this is the reference node, okay, which is grounded. Now same thing, again apply the KCL at node 1. So apply nodal at 1, V1. Now which is the higher potential? V1. How many branches are connected? 1, 2 and 3. So this is 1, 2 and this is the incoming current. So V1 minus 0 by 2 plus V1 minus V2 upon 6. Okay, so these two are the outgoing and this is nothing but equal to 1. LCM is 6, it is 3V1 plus V1 minus V2 equal to 1 and we will get 4V1 minus V2 upon 6. So this is equation number 1. Coming to the nodal analysis at V2, apply nodal at V2, apply nodal at V2. So when we apply the nodal at V2, V2 will be the higher potential in the direction of the current changes and there are 3 branches. Okay, so V2 minus V1, upon 6 plus V2 upon 7, then plus 4 ampere equal to 0. 4 ampere is also the outgoing current. Now take the LCM, that is 42. So 7 V2 minus 7 V1 plus 6 V2 equal to minus 4. Okay, so this is minus 7 V1, 7 plus 6 is 13 V2, and this is minus 168. So this is equation 2, and now there is equation 1, 4 V1 minus V2 equal to 6. Okay, so these are the two equations. Use the elimination method and find the answer. So you will get V1 equal to minus 2 volts and V2 is equal to minus 14 volts. Okay, so this is the answer for this question. You can either apply Cramer's rule or elimination method. So elimination method is easier for the solving of two equations. Next we will move on to the third problem, which has got 3 equations, and we will see applying the Cramer's rule. Okay, coming to the problem number 3. So in this question also they have asked us to find the node voltages. So first identify the nodes. Here is one first node, second node, third node, and this is the reference node which is grounded. Okay, so now once we have identified the node, assign the voltages. Here is V1, here is V2, and here is V3. Now there is a dependent source introduced in the circuit. So whenever this dependent source is given, for the Ix there will be a hint given in the circuit, and this hint is Ix. Okay, so now this 2Ix is nothing but current dependent current source. Okay, so now we will apply the nodal analysis at V1, V2 and V3. So coming to the node V1, apply nodal at V1. Okay, so once you apply nodal at V1, what you will get? So the current is flowing from higher to lower potential. Ignore the direction of the Ix for now. Okay, assume that V1 is at the higher potential. So V1 minus V2 divided by 2. So 1, 2, 3 branches, and V1 minus V3 upon 4. This is incoming, so which is equal to 3 amperes. So LCM is 4. We will get 2V1 minus 2V2 plus V1 minus V3 equal to 12. So V1 that is 3V1, then minus 2V2 minus V3 is equal to 12. So this is equation number 1. So coming to the V2, applying nodal at V2. So second is apply nodal at V2. So when we apply nodal at V2, we have to assume V2 is at higher potential and ignore this direction of Ix. So we will get V2 minus V1 by 2 plus V2 by 4 plus V2 minus V3 divided by 8. Okay, so this will be equal to 0. So there is no incoming current, equal to 0. So the LCM is 8. So 4V2 minus 4V1 plus 2V2 plus V2 minus V3 equal to 0. Minus 4V1, then we have 4V2, 6V2 and 7V2 minus V3 equal to 0, and this is equation number 2. Next, coming to the node V3, so apply nodal at V3. We have got 3 branches, so V3 minus V1 divided by 4 plus V3 minus V2 divided by 8, and that is also the outgoing current plus 2Ix equal to 0. Now this Ix can be replaced by using one more equation, that is assuming V1 is at higher potential because the direction of current they have given in this direction. So Ix is nothing but Ix is equal to V1 minus V2 divided by 2. Okay, so this is the value of the Ix. Now this value can be replaced here, and here the LCM is 8. Okay, so when you write 8, this 2 and this 2 get cancelled, when we replace this Ix with this value, okay, so 2V3 minus 2V1 plus V3 minus V2 plus 8V1 minus 8V2 equal to 0. So this 8 when it goes there will be 0. So final equation what we get is 6V1 then minus V2 and this V2 is minus 9V2. Here is 2V3 4V3 plus 4V3 equal to 0. So minus 2V1 to 6V1 minus 8V2 minus 9V2, then 2V3s. So this is 1V3, 3V3, it is 3V3 equal to 0. So this is equation number 3. So now we will apply the Cramer's rule. Okay, so Cramer's rule. First write the equation in the matrix form. Using the first equation, we have got 3 minus 2 and minus 1, 3 minus 2 minus 1, and second equation we have minus 4, then 7 and minus 1, third equation we have 6 minus 9, 3. This is V1, V2, V3, and the equation is equal to, it will be 12, 0, 0 of the right hand side. Now this matrix, for this matrix the determinant can be formed either using the normal formula, that is plus minus plus, or you can repeat the first two rows here, that is 3, minus 2 and minus 1. Write the first two rows below this matrix as it is, minus 4, 7 and minus 1. Okay. So now you can find the multiplication of this diagonal and this diagonal and this diagonal. So whatever the product of these lines will be, there you have to sum it up, and over this side, this one, this comes under 6, this comes under 3, okay, and this comes under 4. Okay, so whatever comes here you have to do minus. Okay, so this is under 3, this is 6. Now take the multiplication, 3 cents are 21, 21 into 3 is nothing but 63. Okay, then plus, here is minus 4, then 9 4s are 36, 36 again minus, we have already minus, so it will be minus into minus plus, plus into minus is minus again, so it will be minus 36. Now 6 into 2 is minus 12, minus 12 into 1 minus 1 is plus 12. Okay, so this plus is over. Next coming this way, minus 7 and into 6, we will get 6 cents of 42, minus 42, already 42 is there, then plus 42, minus 1 to 9 is 9, 9 3s are 27. Okay, so this is minus 27, and we have got 3 into minus 2 6, 6 into 4 is 24, and it will be plus 24. So this answer comes out to be 10. Okay, so when you solve it, the determinant will be 10. Okay, otherwise you can use the normal method way to find the determinant of the equation. Now we will rub this one. So we got the del is equal to 10. To find the value of V1, we will have to do del 1 upon del 2. Then for V2, we have to do del 2 upon del. Okay, so V3 is equal to del 3 upon del. So we will use the Cramer's rule. Okay, now this is the Cramer's rule. So to find the value of del 1, write this as it is. So we have to close the first column and replace it with 12, 0 and 0. Then write the rest of the columns as it is. Minus 2, 7, minus 9, minus 1 and 3. Okay. So now you can use either this method to find the value of the matrix, or you can use directly the normal one. Since there are 2 zeros, it will be easy to find the determinant of this matrix. So 7 3s are 21 minus 9. So 21 minus 9 is 12, 12 into 12 is 144. So V1 is equal to 144 upon 10, which will get us 14.4 volts. Yeah, okay. So this is the V1. Similarly, we can calculate the value of V2 and we can calculate the value of V3. Okay, if there is some mistake in the calculation of the equation, please correct it. Okay, while calculating there will be some mistakes. Okay, so similarly you can find V2 and V3. You have to find the value of del 2, you have to replace the second column with 1200, and to find the V3 you have to replace this third column with 1200 and keep rest of the columns as it is. Okay, so this is about the nodal analysis. In the next lecture we will see the gate problems that have come in the gate exam. Okay, thank you.